This one not day off in mind. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man do they talk. He do they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he dey hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street, they. Mayegun la mo do. Mayegun diary.
Hello there.
Mayegun la mo do. Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará yìí.
Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. Good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í kó níbẹ̀ o.
Share these broadcasts. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends and tell them that Mayegun is here. Like the broadcast. Read the caption. Read the description. Exactly. And then sit back. Relax while we get started. Just do that.
Godfather is in. Kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun diary.
Thank you very much for joining me, by the way.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ dódódódó.
Yeah. Dun.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Thank you.
Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Adeyinka Taiwo. Thank you very much. I got that your message for my birthday. Thank you very much, sir or ma. Not so sure if it's a mom. Sir.
Ìjọ ìgbádùn yẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ìpẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Same thing goes to Badewa Olukunle. Thank you very much. I got your gift and I got your message.
Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí pa. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
And finally, Munir Oshinaike, thank you so much for your gift and for the birthday message. God bless you all.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé.
Thank you. Good evening to you once again. Good afternoon to you. And then good morning to you. From wherever you are watching from again. Yes, this is Mayegun Live. And if you have read the caption of this broadcast, the rider is Gang Up El-Rufai of Kaduna went on the TV in Nigeria to confirm the alarm raised by Tinubu about 2 weeks ago. I mean, the fuel scarcity, Naira, change of Naira, and Naira scarcity. All of these are policies put in place to make you hate APC so that you won't support Tinubu. Well, Tinubu, as coward as he is, so to say, he couldn't even mention the person behind it. Bokwari. And everyone as well who has been talking about this. Now, here is something I really want to say before we get into this conversation fully, okay? Because it's going to be going this way, that way, and all of that. So please, be prepared. Before the Congress of APC, Egbekegbe, you remember when I showed you that clip where Bokwari told them, and he called all the APC governors, including El-Rufai, and he told them, he said, listen, could you guys just do me an honor and let me choose my own successor? They left the meeting in agreement that Bokwari can choose his successor. Unfortunately, Bokwari didn't present that successor, his own candidate or his own anointed candidate. He didn't present it to those governors. And before they could say Jack, they realized that some elements within Bokwari's government are already pushing to retain the presidency in northern Nigeria. And the person that will inherit that, succeed Bokwari, will be Lawan, the rubber stamp Senate President of Nigeria. So when the governor sensed that, right, it was easier for them to come out. If you remember that time, they came out and they said they are supporting the power shifting to the south. But power shifting to the south, there are about 2 people there, or 3 or 4, far more. But let's say southwest, Pastor Ruga was there, Tinubu was there. I mean, who could be their choice or option in that confusion, Sha? Some of them settled for Tinubu, and others stayed kind of aloof. You know, they have about 22 governors, Abi, APC, Egbekegbe in Nigeria. How many of them have you seen around Tinubu? Well, we'll come back to that. So, Bokwari didn't give anointed candidate or anything. Tinubu played that game enough that he was able, according to them, he was able to beat those who are within that presidency inside that asshole rock. So he was able to like beat them, even at the die minute when Adamumu, their chairman, was about to play that hanky-panky that night. If you remember that night of their convention or congress. So having done all of that, to them, well, the best person won. Here you get all the scheme, everything, yeah? They've defeated that, but it wasn't over. And do you remember I have always been telling you, because I strongly believe that, by the way, I do, that the defeat and the destruction of APC, Egbekegbe, the defeat and the destruction of people destroying people, they are going to be so similar. Their destruction would have to come from within. Because you see, these guys, when it comes to this power play and all of that, right? It is business. And it is the business of the survival of the fittest in it. They don't really know party per se. So, let's say that of APC, Egbekegbe, the bloody jihadist APC, Egbekegbe, has shown you, right, that everything that you condemned 8 years ago, things that got you so raging and angry 8 years ago, have become something you have been taught to learn how to live with. You used to get angry when you heard the rumor that people are kidnapped by terrorists, remember? Some of you used to be so angry, but not anymore. Some of you used to be so angry when you notice the abuse of power of the family members or people who are close to the seat of power in Nigeria. Since Bokwari came, you have decided to get used to it. Some of you get so irritated, triggered. The fact that anyone would ever become confident enough, right, to starve you of a fuel. For 7 years, you have been suffering the worst of the worst economic hardship. But guess what? A lot of you have learned how to adapt, acclimatize. You used to be so enraged when you heard that people steal money, people stole money, people did this, that. But these days, you just kind of just wink and move on. Because you are facing even more than what you bargained for since these criminals came to be. They will rig election. They will tell you to go to court. You go to court, you meet Tanko technicality there. Babala Wayfair, that plane driver, former CJN, before the one they brought now. So they don't give a damn. You stage a protest, they shoot and kill you like nothing. You peacefully gathered under their supposed law, demanding for justice, equity. They turn their barriers of gun on you, and they still come out boldly to deny, barefaced liars. APC, that's APC, they don't give a damn. So if they have to go down, they would have to destroy themselves by themselves. That is when half of your job is done. To everybody who is angling, APC will show them. You don't really have word to show them. I'm serious. I'm sorry. And that is why when they pretend to downplay their house that is burning, even when you know, do not celebrate until the entire house is burned down, because that's what they're about to do to themselves. The only thing you can wish for is for them never to find peace. And watch how they will self-destruct. They live in denial all the time, but it's obvious. Everywhere Kolu goes to, he attacks Buhari. This is not going down well with Buhari people, including supposed Tinubu people that are with Buhari. You know, imagine you are serving inside Buhari's government and your presidential candidate, every given opportunity, they will lash at you. Shara. And then he will pretend, I know he's talking about other people who were there for 16 years, not you. But you actually know that he's sending you all these messages until he finally broke the camel's back and he accused Buhari of, destroying Nigerian naira, moving it from 200 naira to $1 to what is it? It is now 800 naira to $1. Who did that? Buhari. So they are, whenever he says things that they feel like they will go and beg Buhari, Buhari will be like, okay, we are watching. But listen to me very well, for those of you who understand the game of chess. I know too know them, but even if you know sabi play them, you can read a lot about chess, the steps, the tricks, the everything, sha. And you get to know that Buhari is sadistic, jihadist tyrant. Is also a good player when it comes to long game. Somebody who wants glory, even in his failure. And the way he treated Nigerians and APC, Egbekegbe treated Nigerians in the last 7 years. Are you with me? And then with the same disdain and nonchalant attitude plus insensitivity of whatever your complaint is, they are about to give them the same treatment, which is Tinubu. So the battle right now is APC versus APC. And I'll tell you, immediately after their Congress, the first action of Kolu was to send a signal to the people that he knew were working with those, they use the word they inside the asshole rock, was to send a signal to them that, listen, I will deal with you. I know you, I know what you did, you betrayed me and all of that stuff. I will deal with you. And them in return are like, okay, let's see how you're going to do it. So majority of them have stayed away from Tinubu. Those who stayed around him are just trying to just fulfill all righteousness, and it's obvious the real support they are looking for. Remember, they believe that Tinubu is going to inherit Buhari's 10 million, or 20 million voters from northern Nigeria. Then it seems that that is not going according to plan, right? So El-Rufai went on TV after Tinubu's rage. They are hiding the naira. They hid the petrol to make Nigerians hate me. So they don't want me to win. I will beat them silly, same way I beat them during the primaries. And guess what? Other things are happening that are really, really, really giving them a real concern. And they believe that the number one people that actually want Tinubu to lose are no other than Bokwari and the presidency. What went wrong? What happened? We'll figure it out. But listen to this guy, El-Rufai of Kaduna, and the credit for this clip goes to the Sunrise program on the Channels Television. So please, we just have to borrow this clip. Let's give them the credit. Yeah, El-Rufai.
The manifesto of the party. It's important to understand that.
Is there a division? Because the people in the villa, some people will say, will argue that they're part of your party.
No, most of them are not. That's what is interesting. Most of them are not.
Is there a division between those around the president and those within your party right now, you know, which is affecting your party's presidential campaign council?
I believe there is. I believe that there are elements in the villa that want us to lose the elections because they didn't get their way. They had their candidate. Their candidate didn't win the primaries. And I think they are still trying to get us to lose the elections. And they are hiding behind the president's desire to do what he thinks is right. I'll give two examples. This petroleum subsidy, okay, which is costing the country trillions of naira, was something that we all agreed will be removed. In fact, I had a discussion with the president and showed him why it had to go, because how can you have a capital budget of 200 billion for federal roads and then spend 2 trillion on subsidy? This was a conversation I had with the president in 2021 when the subsidy thing started rising. He was convinced. We left. It changed. Everyone in the government agreed. It changed, okay? Secondly, the second example I will give is this currency redesign. You have to understand the president. People are blaming the governor of the central bank for currency redesign. No. You have to go back and look at the president's first outing as president. He did this. Buhari Idiagbon regime changed our currency and did it in secrecy with a view to catching those that are stashing away illicit funds. It's a very good intention, very clean intention. The president's heart is white, okay? But doing it at this time, within the time allotted, just doesn't make any political, economic or sense. And for such a program to work, okay, we have to be involved as governors, as subnationals. Because, look, in my state, there are 2 local governments without banks. In Borno State, out of 27 local governments, only 2 have banks. In Yobe State, out of 17 local governments, only 2 have banks. So how do you expect farmers in every part? And remember, Borno State is 4 times the size of the 5 southeast states. So how do you expect everyone to change his currency within the time limit? Look, there are some things
So knowing the example and given the example that you've given, what then are the chances of your candidate in the presidential elections?
Look, the people of Nigeria should understand that these are not the policies of the APC. They are not the policies of our candidate. They are the policies of fifth columnists that want to bring us down. They want to bring this country down. Because, look here, the governors met a few days ago and sent a delegation to meet with the governor of the central bank on this matter. We've never been really involved in this. We said, look, we are the people that listen to the cries of those below. I went to Cubao and Ikara for campaign last week. And after the campaign, after the rally, the Farmers Association came to me. They said, look, we thank you for all your good policies in agriculture. Buhari has helped in anchor borrowers and this and that. And we thank you particularly for bringing Olam that takes up all our grains that we produce. But why are you trying to make us poor overnight? There is only one bank branch in Cubao local government. Cubao local government is larger than Anambra State. One local government. There is one bank branch. And these are farmers that have millions of naira of their hard-earned money. These are not politicians in Abuja that have stashed billions. These are farmers that have millions of naira. It's their hard-earned money. And they want to change it. And they have to travel 100 kilometers to the nearest bank branch. And on their way, there is a chance that bandits will even seize their money. How can that be done in a few months? It can't. So we went to the governor of the central bank. I said, look, extend this thing. And let's work together. Okay? The governors with security agencies, we provide vehicles to the banks and central bank. We go town to town, village to village, market to market, and say, come and change your money. We support the idea of redesign. We know that there are people with stashes of cash. We also want that mopped up, okay? But we should not in the process make ordinary people suffer or ignite the anger of voters against our party as if it is our party's policy. It is not.
All right.
It is the policy of a few people.
Well,
and it's probably either not well thought through or intentionally designed to crash the political process. Because what happens if tomorrow people start protesting because they don't have cash, they can't transact? People are trading by barter because many that have deposited their cash cannot get the new.
Do you see how serious he's talking? Okay. I am going to try to speak slowly so that what I'm about to say to you can replace all the lies he just told you, so that you won't just listen to me and laugh. I don't want you to laugh now. You see that short man devil? When you listen to his reasons, and then when it came down to the day, it distanced APC, Ebekebe, from the money change, as well as the issue of fuel scarcity, talking about a subsidy. And the short man devil repeatedly, to justify that it is so quick, the change of money and the deadline, he kept, the bigoted devil, he kept referring to one local government bigger than Anambra, two local governments in northern Nigeria bigger than the entire eastern Nigeria, and they only have just one branch of bank or two branch of bank in 2023. Also, he decided to distance Bokwari from it by saying, we discussed with Bokwari, he reasoned with them, he agreed with them, only that some people, who are these some people? That is where the fraud is. It's going to get worse. Ha 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 ha. They will soon stop speaking in parables. They will soon start speaking, because it's called frustration. Bokwari na deaf and dumb. Here you get. They know him as that. But they need him very crucially now. All the suffer you have suffered for 7 years, they wouldn't really matter. But why? Why can't those people inside Bokwari's head allow you to enjoy a temporary, momentary relief so that you can give your 4 years and 8 years future to a sick Tinubu? Before you wake up, he is already your president. Now, it's going to affect them. It's going to affect the political process. It's going to bring Nigeria down because Bokwari decided to change money. And they, now listen to this. Oh, after they met with Bokwari, when he came back from London, he told them point blank, there is no going back. Like you, El-Rufai mentioned, I changed Nigeria money in 1984-85, Abi, in order to catch thieves. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. I want to catch thieves. I don't want them to use their money, that stolen money, in this election. I understand what you said, but I'll think about it only for Bokwari to tell Emefiole, go on. But you see where their cowardice comes from here. Dishonest people. When they realize that in Old Rock, they have done all the ganging up. And in fact, before their primaries, the gang up then was, the finality of it was just to use Bokwari to tell all the state governors, I want to choose my successor. So everybody will now be like, okay, whatever name Adamumu announced will be Bokwari's successor or anointed candidate. Sure you get. So Tinubu and co, they decided to flood the presidential contest, their primaries, flood them with over 20 people who are not interested in contesting anything. The confusion was so big that Tinubu and co believed that they defeated those who wanted to use Bokwari to stop Tinubu in their primaries. In order to make that work, it was in Abeokuta that Tinubu said, Emi lo kan. If not because of me, Bokwari will never be president of Nigeria. He cried. You know the story, Abi? That got to Bokwari's gang, and they were like, But it was too late. He outsmarted them, and he got the ticket. Now, the problem now is that how do you now bring everybody together to work for you? There is money. So people could pick up the money and pretend to be working for him, but in reality, they can no longer pretend anymore that there is no problem. So here is another propaganda. Tinubu went to the same Abeokuta. That was where he raised the alarm. Egbe pamo, egbe naira pamo, eba egbe pamo, eba egbe naira pamo, ama dibo, ama wole, a subtle jibe at Bokwari that you are hiding the fuel, you are hiding the currency, the new currency, just to stop this election, just to make me lose. Abi, we will vote, I will win. You remember, it happened in Abeokuta 2 days after. They smuggled him to Daura to go and beg Bokwari. No, I didn't mean it that way. I was referring to PDP, not you. Shouldn't PDP change Nigeria money? Shouldn't PDP they pay subsidy of 4.5 trillion naira? Is now PDP they pay them? They know he's talking about them. But it is now, they have to take it to the next level. The next level is that the media will be involved. You see this month, February, you will see serious media bashing. It is already working. If you haven't noticed, that's why I said it is APC versus APC now. Here you get Tinubu, like that I told you not to underrate, even the Bokwari gang, CPC gang of APC, they know him. And when it comes to propaganda, the Lagos Ibadan media, you go hear them. Emefiole, when they started with Emefiole, Emefiole no goes like stay outside Nigeria for weeks because he wasn't so sure if Bokwari is going to protect him or not until he was sure. And then he went to Nigeria. Who were those who are mounting all of that? Who are those who are like threatening with arrest and DSS and all of that? Who are those mounting the media attack on Emefiole? Tifnumbu and gang. So what happened? Emefiole had to extend it. Now they are saying that, yeah, even after the extension, if you have any naira, you can't use it to buy anything, but you should go to the bank, they will change it for you. That is what Tifnumbu and gang are about to unleash on that asshole rock. They're going to expose a lot. Not that things you don't know. Pastor Ruga is already marked. Pastor Ruga is called enemy of progress and a betrayer already. Sure you get. They are fingering everybody inside that place. Who they inside that place? We don't like Tifnumbu. Who are those who work against us during the Congress? All of them are enemies inside the asshole rock right now. And they're going to unleash the hell of this hell of propaganda and the rest. It's not going to be on Atifku. It's not going to be on Obi. It's going to be right there inside the asshole rock. El-Rufai is already charging that. They want us to lose. Really? You so care about losing just because people are actually like using that against you now. And you, who have been defending the same criminals, giving excuses, you can't even be so honest again. And just be honest for the first time and stop using they, them. Who are they? Who are them? Inside the asshole rock.
Big questions when you say that. I mean, because right now people are wondering what is happening with your party's presidential campaign council. It doesn't appear that everybody is on the same page, singing from the same hymn sheet. So, for instance, if you have a president who is saying, I don't want to remove subsidy because it's going to hurt
the president is not on the ballot. The president has his tenure up to 29th May. He may not want to remove subsidy, but our party, if you look at our manifesto, we never promised that we're going to keep petroleum subsidy. We never did. Our party never promised that we'll redesign the currency. It's not in our manifesto.
Well,
you need to separate, okay, the personal decisions of some people in the villa from the manifesto of the party. It's important to understand that.
Is there a division? Because the people in the villa, some people will argue that they're part of your party.
No, most of them are not. That's what is interesting. Most of them are not.
Is there a division between those around the president and those within your party right now, which is affecting your party's presidential campaign council?
I believe there is. I believe that there are elements in the villa that want us to lose the elections.
Simple as that. And you see that media tour that El-Rufai and many others are going to go. Let me tell you the plan. That statement that people may resort into violence because of this money change. People may become very angry and all of that. Don't let us forget all of that. They are already staging an attack on Buhari. Do you want to know why they are attacking Buhari and why they attacked Buhari in Kano? Do you want to know why? I'll tell you. Normal. This guy is walking and speak to Buhari. He will sit down there as a statue, as he is, right? He will sit down, listen to them, pretend that he's actually listening to them. But they know that he is likely not listening to them because he will not do what they want him to do. So, some people are making Buhari feel like what they are telling him is not important. Maybe we should start showing him. They are going to stone Buhari. Stone him everywhere. They're going to attack him. They're going to do a lot. And these are going to be coming from the same people of the same APC. It will be like AD. You know what they call AD in... what's be AD concept in English? I don't know. Spiritual attack. No, it's not spiritual attack. AD. You see, you say because when you boy AD no get English, yo. Anyway, it go be like AD or F1, the two together. But don't rejoice. Don't ever feel like that is them. No. Have you seen Hydra? Somebody said it's a spell. Okay, I'll take that. Another person said it's an enchantment. Okay, I'll take that too. You see them? And Professor anyway, yeah, that's good. I'll remember that. A spell, AD. You would think it's a spell. You would think that they are what? They are enchanted. When they will begin unleashing on themselves, but do not rejoice like some of you are currently. I didn't want it. No, that's not how it works. In the coven, like that of the APC, Egbekebe's cult, it is not over until it's over. Even if they see smoke coming out of their roof, after they are bloody and all of that, they may walk out the door, bloody, drenched, laughing together, shouting, APC change, APC change. They are back again. That's why you shouldn't rejoice. Because know something, there are many factors that are going to eventually shape what is going to happen this month. I did tell somebody, I said, if this media attack against Boko Haram and the rest from Tinubu and gang, if the media attack increase as I expect them to, if they increase in the coming days, the same way they forced the hand of Emefiole to extend the Naira swap and the rest, they're going to force the hand of Mahmoud, INEC chairman, to postpone your election as well. Now, when it gets to that stage, around that time, to those of you who are participating in their election and all of that, right? I can confidently then tell you that the house has collapsed. And no amount of time could fix it together anymore. They are done for. However, this is the 1st of February. And the 1st of February, 24 days before you know if you are going to have an election, a peaceful one, and any other name you want to give to you, the election, right? 24 days from now, drama and mentor. Oh my God, when they say this drama is going to be like a mentor, crazy, I'll be on their tail as usual, because when they call you, that they said he should watch his mouth. Watch your mouth. Don't talk like that about our leader. You are the leader. The Boko Haram is still the leader of this place. You know, Tinubu is no longer talking. It's never anyway. Tinubu never actually used that Boko Haram achievement or anything to campaign anywhere. Sure, you know, because he couldn't. Except if he wants to use the achievement of a death and all that. Meanwhile, in Anambra, where he became a pastor, he's saying, I don't fear anybody.
I'm not afraid of anybody. And I don't worry. The man who left here, he called himself Peter Obi. We read in the Bible that before cock crows 3 times, he will deny Jesus Christ. He denied. So how can he give a promise to you if we cannot give promise to God? How can he to keep his people at home, not working, and make them suffer before you want to prove a point? As Bola Tinubu not prove a point, did I close any market? Did I kill anybody? No, it means I am smart. I'm a thinker. Yes, I'm a doer. Yes, I even tamed the Atlantic. God bless you. God bless you. To an industrial revolution state. They don't understand that. Now lie. When you hear, I think we use the word Muslim and say, Wallahi talai. You know what is in his heart? Na lie, a lie. Anytime you hear people say walai talai, just reply him, say na lie, you lie.
That's what he does. He gives us content to laugh about, right? A wiggle and wiggle here and there. He gives us content to laugh about. Peter in the Bible, I said that the cock will crow 3 times and it will betray Jesus. Hang on. Did Peter betray Jesus? Abina Judas? This is the problem. You don't listen to dementia patients and think you want to make anything out of it. You are just doing yourself a lot of harm. Look at that. I almost got lost there. Wait, I don't know. I didn't think about this before anyway. So yeah, Shena Judas Abina Peter. And they said that the cock will crow 3 times. That's what you have to deal with. If you listen to people who get mental problem, dementia, join, you may end up having to, if you understand them, that's why people say that when Tinubu speaks, he speaks in the language of the gods. You would need somebody to interpret and explain to you. Don't think you just listen to him with that your own, I'm very smart, I understand. You don't understand anything. The language of the gods, the one that the APC, have come to teach us. And now, that calamity. Anyway, they've raised the alarm. We'll monitor them and we'll continue to bring that to you for you to know that if fish won't spoil, now for her did they start. And their case, the case of Tinubu and Co. Reminds me of this story. And it's a story of a young chap who went to farm with his father. As they were walking on the farm, the younger chap announced, Papa, found a snail. Oh, you found a snail. That's amazing. Keep it. When we get home, we use it to pray to your own God, to your creator. Thank you, Baba. Thank you. It didn't take long. Oh, I found another one. Really? A big one. Wow. That means your creator is really behind you. We will use that big one for your creator and then appease your creator when we get home. He did this for like about 10 times, meaning that he found 10 snails, the biggest on the 10th announcement. Daddy, I found another bigger one. This is the biggest. Same response. Keep it when we get home. We will use it as a sacrifice to appease your own chi. Now, when they go home at night, the father said, young chap, my son, could you please come here, a quick one, and bring that biggest snail that you found, and let me use it to pray for you and pray to your own creator, your chi. And the young man came back and said, sorry, Daddy, I was just joking. There was no snail. There was nothing. I was just joking, pulling your legs. And the father looked at him and said, do you think that's funny? No, you didn't pull my leg. You pulled the legs of your own chi. You deceived yourself. So that analogy is what I am going to use as a frame. And I want you to do the same. APC, Egbekegbe, believe that nobody can stop Tinubu. Not even within APC, Egbekegbe. Because they have done their homework well. They have done what they needed to do. They have everybody on their side. What else would they need? So, it is theirs to lose then. Sure you get. It is theirs to lose. So, at the end of the day, we'll figure out how many real snails does Tinubu actually have in his bag? Just 24 days from now. Now, talking about Nigeria and then the octogenarians who are coming to help you fix a future that you are going to feature in, and they are likely not going to feature in that future. But here we are, Atiku and SPV. Yes, I'm corrupt. Was that your voice on that, that video and that thing we are listening to online? Yeah, well, I mean, is it true that you've got SPV to do secret corruption, not open corruption? Well, if you say so. If you become the president of Nigeria and you need medical care, are you going to go abroad for medical care? Of course. Do you want me to